long time no see. Back in lockdown again, so finally getting around to actually doing something. And as you can see in the back, I still haven't actually insulated it, and one of the reasons for that is I keep trying to find excuses of other things I need to do first. And the thing I'm going to do first that's held me back for now, and hopefully the last one, is a reversing camera. So I did have a point where my reversing sensors weren't working. I was like, oh, this is a bit of shit. So yeah, basically went out and bought a Chinese jobby off of Amazon. It's got a decent forward-facing camera as well, so actually it's a dash cam in both directions. It's like, when in Rome. So yeah, today I'm going to try and fit this. That obviously means getting a lovely little camera to sit at the back and routing it the whole way through, which is the reason I found excuses to not do the installation yet. But once that's in, who knows, maybe I'll fix it all by tomorrow. So plan for this is, as you can see, there's a little hooky thing on here. I could change cameras, I've got some other options, but yeah, this is going to sit just underneath the lip where the license plate is. That way it's out of the way, it's waterproof. It could go on the top for a better angle, but it's just a bit too pronounced for me, so I think keeping it a bit more subtle is the better shout. Right, let's gotta make some holes. On this inside there is a collection of holes here which holds on the plastic bracket, which if I briefly stick it back in, there it goes. So it holds both the bolts that hold the thing in and some plastic spacers, and you'll notice those spacers bits at the top are big enough to fit the cable. So I'm going to plumb the cable through there, and then the reason I've taken it off is so that on the outside here, which obviously I left it far too late in the day to really tape this, but I'm going to have the side of the screw onto the camera mount. Now I'm probably going to leave it like this because it's pretty solid anyway, and I'm going to put the second screw in once I know I've got it lined up. And I've spent the whole day looking for a cable, haven't found it, so I'm going to order a fresh one because it was £2-3 from eBay. So yeah, this is pretty secure anyway. The camera's obviously not on it at the moment, but mount the camera and re-screw later once I've lined it up. And that way it shouldn't be going bloody anywhere. I've seen lots of people glue this, I thought about it, but actually into this plastic adding a few screws isn't really a problem. Ta-da! There it is. Always knew it'd be worth keeping this bit of plastic. Got this from a kayaking trip to the French Alps, where someone's piranha canali had gone through a dam and just got crunched, and it basically said free plastic on the top of it, and everyone just went like a swarm of ants over, like ripping bits off of it just for a giggle. I kept the bottom bit that says roll or die on it, and it's been in my bathroom for years, literally years, and I finally found a use for the plastic. So I'm going to use the plastic as a mount for the dash cam in the front. It's going to look a bit jank, but it's the sort of jank I like. So I'm going to cut a section that fills this gap, have a thinner section that is then a bit more flexible, a bit malleable if I need to, and then it'll fold up onto the ceiling cover. I've actually attached that on from there once I'm happy with the angle. So after all that, I now have the perfect shape. So it's got this bottom section here that's going to attach onto the back of the panel, and then as you can see, the clips will just come round. So that's going to be nice and secure. It's then got a thinner middle shaft section that will effectively go up into the roof, and because it's a bit thinner, I'll be able to flex that at the top. So almost this head bit that needs to get stuck everywhere, like in the roof, I can fold this over, which I wouldn't normally recommend doing because it might be a bit painful, but that will then glue and attach, well, basically glue, maybe screw, I'll see how it goes, but yeah, basically going to screw it into the roof, and that way the actual panel will be able to rotate like that ever so slightly, which is what the curve is for, so I can fit the right, fit it in the right hole basically. So yeah. I seem to have had an accident. This is actually a good accident, because you may not believe me, but this shape wasn't actually on purpose. I didn't generally get, like, this bit was later, but I generally just got my geometry wrong in my head, because what I actually wanted was the curve to be at the front, like this, so it effectively mounts the other way round. That way you could rotate on that sort of axis and keep the point there. But yes, I'm going to have to trim down the shaft. Thankfully, I have a fix for this. Just a little metal L bracket, and if anything, that makes it a bit easier, because it can then pass the section in the ceiling, as viewed here. And it should, and I've just tried it, slot might just go whoop, might just go whoop, might just go whoop. And there we go. So what I've done on the inside is thread the cable through the back door. Yeah, I've actually had to get an extension because it just wasn't quite long enough. And it parcels down into the bit over there. And then the other cable coming through is the power. So this is a add-on I had to buy extra for the dash cam. Comes down to this lovely little Chinese unit here. Always reassuring that it's been on for about 5 minutes and it's already warm. Let's not box that in until I know it's not going to catch fire. And I've just attached it into my electrical setup. I know I haven't made a video of this, but I put the positive end on the positive end, negative end on the negative end. And there it is in the front. Still got a zip tie, I need to remove that, but almost looks professional, even though you know I've just put a dick up there. Cheeky dodgy bit of plastic mounting, sort of all rammed up in the top there. And there's my my willy mounting, and yeah, now I can see into my garage, which is great because it's messy as anything. I'm also, apologies for not doing a better video of this, but it's wet and I'm hiding in my van.